All right. Good morning, everyone. We appreciate you joining us today for our product training with multi-sales. Today we've got Alex here. She'll be coming and talking to us about the LiftMaster products, the 85503, along with Amazon Key, and a lot of the connectivity solutions that we can bring for our customers. So Alex, if you want to take it away.
Yeah, thank you. Hello, Brad and Brent, and we might have a few others jump on. I know that's what happens when I do these, couple of latecomers. But thank you. I really appreciate your time. I do want to keep this around 30 minutes. If you have any questions, I will have a couple of breaks between each session to just ask any questions, and then of course time at the end. And if you need any follow-up on this after the training, feel free to reach out to me. I'm really excited to talk to you a little bit about connectivity. I know MyQ has been around for a while, but some of the things that we're doing with MyQ now, including the Key by Amazon, is just meant to make it easier for you to sell LiftMaster, easier for your customers to get a smart home solution without, the high price tag of some of the fully home automation products out there right now. LiftMaster wants to be able to offer kind of a full solution when it comes to gates, home automation, garage entry, lighting, if that's what they want, thermostat, that type of thing. So connectivity, starting with Amazon Key, I want to just dive a little bit into this in case you haven't had experience with Amazon Key and that program yet. Around the country, we realize that more than 1.7 million packages are stolen or go missing every year. Because of this, Amazon and other delivery services are looking for a solution to this. The cause, of course, explosive growth in e-commerce shopping has led to a spike in total number of packages delivered, especially now with what's going on with COVID. I know I am, and I'm sure a lot of people are buying more online instead of having to go out to the store or higher risk activities. And of course, the front porch does not really represent the best delivery location. It is exposed to weather, porch pirates. It's just not the safest option. And then built-in like package mailboxes are an option, but they're a little bit higher cost and maybe not a good solution for everyone. This has led to, for consumers, more lost and damaged packages, higher anxiety about their package deliveries, lower satisfaction, lost time. If I've had those cases where I really need something to be delivered, but I'm not home to pick it up when it gets delivered. For the delivery for Amazon, for instance, more redeliveries, higher cost, those lost products may never be recuperated, and then lower customer satisfaction. Even though we know it's not Amazon's fault a porch pirate comes by our door, it still doesn't make us happy with the situation. So the in-garage solution, we've connected the MyQ app with the Key by Amazon apps so that homeowners can monitor and control their home via mobile phone, always able to happen with MyQ, schedule and monitor access events, get notified and see actions and activities in the garage, front door, we'll get to that, invite guest users, caretaker, friends, and then now receive in-garage delivery from Amazon Prime. So who can use Key by Amazon right now, or by the end of 2020, we expect 75% of US households will be Amazon Prime members and located in a Key eligible market. Right now, Amazon Key is expanding the markets that this service is offered. I live in North County, San Diego, Carlsbad, and it was just expanded to my area about 2-3 months ago. The major cities, Los Angeles and San Diego, has had it around for about a year. And then 38% we are finding of people surveyed have had a package go missing from their home, and of those, 55% had it happen while they were at home. It's great that you might be home more often, but I know I am guilty of getting the notification that a package was delivered and not running downstairs right away to pick it up. maybe waiting till the end of the day, waiting until, you know, I'm done with a couple of calls or a webinar, and that's still time that a porch pirate can walk by and grab some packages, or I forget that it's out there and starts raining. So instead of playing a video, I just want to explain, and I'll actually show the app a little bit later, but how Key works for the homeowner. This is an image. If you have a camera set up in the garage, you don't have to have a camera. You don't have to have a smart lock, but I get a notification. I set the order on Amazon and I select in garage delivery. I can deselect it. I can go in a day before and say, I'm going to be home. I don't need it in my garage, or my kid's going to be asleep at that time. So I don't need to, so I don't want to wake her with the garage opening. You can change that up until they get there for delivery. So if you end up being home 3 minutes before, you get a notification saying Amazon is almost there to deliver your package. Be alert. If your garage opens, don't be alarmed. I can go into the Amazon Key app and say, switch it to normal delivery, and then they'll just drop it off by my front door. However, if I leave it at that, I get the notification that Amazon is close. I hear my garage opening and then get a notification that Amazon has opened my garage. And then about 30 seconds later, I hear my garage closing, and then I get a notification when it's fully closed that my package has been successfully delivered. Very streamlined, very easy. I have to do nothing except for look at my watch and see that there's a delivery taking place. How it works for delivery drivers, there is no code given. This is designed with the homeowner and the driver in mind. There's no codes to worry about. It works on geofencing. The driver has to scan the package and be within 75 feet of the property of the garage in order for the door to open. The door will open, the driver will leave the package in the garage. There can be notes left for where you want the package left, to the right side, to the left side, in the box in the middle, whatever you as the homeowner prefer. And then the driver cannot leave until the door is completely closed. On average, deliveries are taking less than 50 seconds, and I'll show a screenshot of one of my deliveries later on. And if there are, we've had a 97% success rate so far. If there are issues with the door, for instance, spring breaks at the worst possible moment, or photo eyes get misaligned, they have steps to go through troubleshooting, and then they have a number to call if there's, you know, additional technical support or a garage door technician needed to fix that situation. But Amazon has a happiness guarantee. They're not going to leave your door, a homeowner's door, unsecure. If it's not closed, then they're going to be there the whole time. Any questions about Amazon Key before we move on to the products that go with Amazon Key? Not necessarily, it doesn't have to be with Amazon Key. There's a lot of other uses for the smart cameras, the 85503 and the Yale locks, but Amazon Key is kind of what pushed us into this line of products. Any questions right now? Great. Then I'm going to go ahead and move on. The 85503, really exciting new product. It is essentially the 8550 WLB with the camera. So everything else about it is the same except for that black hole in the middle where the camera pops out of. This is where it falls into our product line price-wise, so a little bit lower price than the WLED, a little bit higher price than the 8580 WLB. Features, you're going to see a lot of the same features here. Like I said, the 8550, because it is the same unit with the camera. So the integrated camera is all that's different. It's got battery backup, the belt drive system, DC motor, and Wi-Fi built in. The camera's features, you're going to have a 1080p HD live stream, an extended temperature range to be in the garage, so -13 to 131 degrees Fahrenheit, 360 swivel viewing position. It doesn't turn from the camera, but depending on how you want it set up, you can point that camera whatever direction you want. It's a wide angle viewing lens, so when it's set up in the middle of a two-car garage, you're going to be able to see the full opening of the garage and then even a little bit. The camera does have night vision, two-way audio, it's motion activated, and it's a Bluetooth setup. It's really easy to set up. I've set up 5 or 6 of them in my home and my parents' home, and it's extremely user-friendly. Included accessories, the same ones as the 8550 WLB, the 880 LMW Smart Control Panel, the 893 Max remote, and the 485 LM, the battery for the battery backup. Again, you're going to have timer to close, the secure view video camera, security plus 2.0, so the tri-band frequency for the remotes, so you eliminate virtually any interference. The posi lock, so protecting against forced openings, alert to close, which just means that as the door is closing, even with Amazon, you're going to hear that beep, just to alert in case anybody's in there. Anytime MyQ or you remotely close the garage door, it's going to beep for about 10 seconds just to make sure if anybody is in the garage, they know that the door is going to be closing. You also have the motion detector from the wall mount and the protector system, so the photo eyes. Of course, California SB 969 compliant, battery backup providing power for up to 24 hours during a power outage. So consumer insight for MyQ and Key so far. Consumers prefer the garage for entry, exit, delivery, and services. So some of the use cases we've kind of found for this unit, if your customer has friends and family or have people arriving from the garage throughout the day, kids arriving home, babysitters arriving, giving friends or family access or neighbor access in a tight community, you've got customers using the garage as an entry 5 times more than they use the front door. You might have situations where they have cleaning people come or repair people come, dog walkers, dry cleaning, car service, those kinds of services. And then now, unattended in-garage delivery with MyQ, Amazon delivery, car servicing, retail packages or e-commerce packages. Down the line, you'll have grocery delivery or things like HelloFresh or Plated for prepared fresh meals. These are the situations that we can see down the line, as well as Amazon delivery being used with MyQ and Amazon Key type of application. The MyQ video experience, so this video subscription, if you want to add, like adding the camera, there is a standalone camera as well. So we'll get to that part number if you're adding a camera to an existing installation. But the MyQ video subscription, you're going to get live streaming and notifications free all the time. So you can always get live streaming with this camera. Your customer's going to get a 30-day trial, which includes 7-day storage for that 30 days, no charge. And then subscriptions after that for the video storage are required. For 7-day storage, it's going to be $3 per month or $30 per year. And then for 30-day storage, $10 per month, $100 per year. And this is completely up to the homeowner. It's done through the app. It's nothing you need to worry about. It's just good information to know if they ask questions about it. The live streaming is great if you're keeping an eye on, if you get the notification your door is opening and you just check out what's going on. If you're like me and you use the cameras to keep an eye on your pets while you're out of the house, or when you're dog sitting other animals, it's useful to have the 7-day storage just so that if something happens while I'm out and I don't look at my dogs throughout the day, I can go back and see, hey, how did this get destroyed? What happened? And know who the culprit was. Another new feature that we've added with the MyQ is really important to note is the guest features. So you can now add guests, invite guests like a dog walker or a service technician without giving them any passcodes, without giving them any keys. It's a secure, hassle-free solution for giving access while you're not around without giving your account password even. For the MyQ, or having to wait around for a text to let them in yourself. You can also set schedules for certain people to be able to arrive. So if someone's always allowed access or temporarily allowed access, you can also give them reoccurring access. So your dog walker comes, for instance, every Tuesday while you're out meeting with customers, and they can come anytime from 9 a.m. after you leave to 3 p.m. after your kids get home. So you can quickly remove and update this anywhere, anytime from the MyQ app. I'm not going to touch too much on this, but we're constantly adding MyQ partners. Right now, we're talking about Amazon Key, but we also have a partnership with Xfinity, Alarm.com, Tend are three of the big ones. I know Vivint is one that we've worked our way towards. And the goal is essentially to be able to link up MyQ with other home automation applications. You know, I know we don't do everything. We don't do thermostat automation, but something like Xfinity or Apple HomeKit might do some of the other home automation features that you want, and you want to see all of that in one place on your phone. We can share these both. I mentioned this in the last one. So service and parts, I won't touch too much on. Here are some here. We will send out the bulletin for anyone on these trainings, and we'll send out any other literature you see on this digitally. So if you have questions following up these, you'll have the bulletin to refer to. And then of course you'll also have in with these cameras is a basic troubleshooting guide. Just things to look for. When it's flashing blue, it's attempting to connect to a mobile device. When it's solid blue, it's connected, etc. You know, camera is booting when it's solid white, or it's overheating when it's flashing red. Just things to look for if you're having issues. I have not seen any of these so far. All of mine connected very easily, so I can't say that I have a lot of experience with the troubleshooting side.
Do you know if the cameras you can control them with your phone?
You cannot turn them. So the swivel on there just allows you to turn it to point at which direction, but no, from your camera, you cannot turn them.
Okay.
That's what you meant?
Yes.
Okay. I know. Not at this time. So as I said before, we also have a standalone camera, the Smart Garage camera on the left here, MyQ-SGC1WLM. We're also going to dive into the smart locks here. They're manufactured, so we partnered with Yale on these smart locks. We've got the smart touchscreen deadbolt in the two different finishes, oil rubbed bronze and satin nickel, so depending on what look your customer wants, and then the keypad lever. So what we see these for is even a front door main entry and then a garage door entry with just the touchscreen deadbolt. I personally have installed this middle one here, the touchscreen deadbolt on my garage entry, and I love it. I did not expect to ever want this kind of, you know, security feature, or even just knowing that it's locked, or being able to go back and check that I locked the door before I left. It's a really nice feature. You don't need any keys. It's completely smartphone control, as well as the code. The touchscreen keypad, it wakes with a touch, is a backlit numbers that won't wear off. Really nice, sleek look. I really like just, you know, both sides. There's a black deadbolt on the one side, and then there's the touchscreen on the other side, and I think it just looks very clean. And I did the installation myself, so I was kind of surprised that it didn't, that it was so easy. And then completely key-free, 9-volt battery backup, so that, you know, you're never worried about getting locked out due to dead batteries.
Does this feature, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Does this feature have, does it automatically open as you get close to your door, or do you have to use the keypad to open?
So I use the keypad. There are ways to set it up if you have the geofencing. So you can, and you know, I couldn't tell you right off the top of my head how to do that. I'm not super tech savvy, but there are ways that you can pair it. especially with something like Amazon Alexa or Google Home, there's ways that you can set up like a situation is what it's called. It's like when you open the garage, you want, like, it's like an if this, then that. You open the garage, your lock unlocks, your lights turn on, your thermostat turns up or down, you know, that type of thing. So there are ways to do it that way. I just don't have that set up. I'm in a rental, so in my mind, I'm not going to set it up if I might be moving in a couple of years.
Fair enough. That's really cool though. Thank you.
But yeah, it's really cool things that you can do with this. It's just, for me, I just like the fact that I don't have to remember to lock it. It's never been something that I've been good at. I can go open my phone, lock it from wherever I am. This camera, same details as the 85503 camera. It's just a different look, just to remind you. Oh, it'll be on the next screen as well. Magnetic mount if you want to mount it onto an existing opener. Garage climate performance, same HD camera, 1080p HD wide angle lens with the night vision. And then it's easy Bluetooth setup, same setup. And I'll show you on the app later where you go to set up these cameras in the MyQ app. Again, this is how it looks. This is straight from the sell sheet. So I will go ahead and share this with Albert to send to everyone on this call right now. Jumping into the Yale locks. So like I said, I'm very impressed with these products. I thought it took me under an hour to install for my first installation. And I will say, now that I've done it once, I know that it's going to be quicker than that. I know exactly what I need to do to measure a door, make sure it's already fit without having to, you know, take out any power tools or a jigsaw. And I know how to program it and set up. 74% of MyQ owners want garage delivery with a garage access door lock versus only 18% without the lock. So this is kind of a game changer. You know, when talking to people about Amazon, you know, the Amazon Key and the in-garage delivery, the big thing is that, well, what's going to stop them from walking right into your home and, you know, wiping you clean? Well, this lock kind of solves that problem. So why locks by Yale? They've been around for a while. They know what they're doing. Rather than going out and manufacturing our own locks, we went with a trusted maker of these smart locks. Provides you access control and knowledge for the entire home, front door, back door, whatever doors you have, you can put a lock on there. Value add for use cases in the home secure delivery. Also the auto lock that we have with the garage. If your customer wants that extra safety, we've got auto locks and we've got door locks now. And then, of course, it's just expanding LiftMaster and MyQ capabilities to other areas of the home. It's giving you something else to upsell other than, you know, the standard light access for that, you know, not every customer wants. This is the product lineup again. Same part numbers with the different finishes. And then each one comes with a connection device. So this is a LiftMaster device. You can't go out and buy a Yale lock to work for this. It has to have a LiftMaster chip in it that's going to work with work in this bundle. So the features of these locks, you've got deadbolt and lever options for any door prep that you want. The illuminated keypads for access anytime. Doesn't matter the lighting. Key free, so don't have to carry a key. Built by Yale, so grade 2 rating for, you know, utmost security. I know our customers might not be familiar with lock ratings, but that's all information that we can get you if you want more on this. 9-volt battery backup, so you're never locked out. Comes in the 2 finishes and it works with Key for Garage. So for instance, when I get a text message that Amazon is about to deliver my package, I hear my Yale lock click closed, I hear the garage open, and then the package is delivered. I get the notification it's closing, and then I hear the lock unlock. So kind of 4 steps going on there. I do feel more secure knowing that my home is safe, even though, you know, there's stuff in my garage that they could take, but if I wanted to add a camera and keep an eye on that as well. These are Amazon hired delivery drivers. They have a happiness guarantee. If anything were to go wrong, I'm confident that Amazon is going to make it right. So why are we bringing locks to the market? Of course, we're expanding for CGI, we're expanding residential connected service offering. For Amazon, it increases the MyQ conversion to key. So ultimately the goal for Amazon is to be able to deliver all packages in unsafe areas in the garage. Increased peace of mind for delivery associates so that, you know, they're not even worried about someone accusing them of, you know, breaking into their home. For consumers, it's just that statistic I told you, 74% versus 18%. They would want in-garage delivery with the lock versus without the lock. And then for you, it's a low price product. This is not a $1,000 add-on. And we can talk about pricing a little bit later. Multi-Sales is stocking these products. It's an economic incentive for dealers to connect to MyQ and connectivity down the line. We are adding that. And then you're selling an ecosystem versus an isolated service. So it's just more add-ons. Even if you don't sell it on 100% of services, if you're adding this product onto 20%, that's still increasing revenue per installation. So expansion in 2020, what we've had in the past, of course, the MyQ in-garage delivery started last year, and then lighting controls. So new this year is the 85503, the integrated camera, the smart garage camera, the standalone, the guest management that I talked about in MyQ, the smart garage control with Bluetooth, which is coming. That's what works with the lock now, but we are going to be adding Bluetooth to our units so that hub is no longer needed with the locks. And then now the Yale locks. Again, we're just trying to expand access beyond the garage. We've got our telephone entry systems, our gate access options. Now we've got front door, back door, garage door, side door, security and access for the homeowner, for the cleaning person, for the delivery person, delivery services. So reasons for purchase, feeling of safety and security at home and away from the home. 57% of people say that security is a big reason. 47% like the convenience, easier access for people entering the home, convenient people for letting people in, convenience of, hey, did I remember to lock my door as I'm headed to work? Well, I can open up my phone and check instead of driving all the way back. 41% of people like the style and the appearance. That is a big factor for me. I would take this and put this on, you know, my next home. Here are all the details again. So I'm going to jump while you guys, in case you wanted any review or if you have any questions now, I'm going to jump over to my phone here and show you a couple of things. All right, so the first thing I want to bring up, or I want to open up, is the MyQ app. In case anybody hasn't seen this yet, this is what the MyQ app looks now. And this is my personal home. So I have two cameras, one in the bedroom and living room, as I said, to keep an eye on my dog. I have the garage working on MyQ, open and close it without having to carry a remote. The second one here is actually the monitor. So this is the hub that works with the lock. And then this down here is the lock. So as you can see, it works like anything else. I can go ahead and lock and unlock from anywhere. And you just click on the item. And I just heard it downstairs locking. And then in a minute here, it's gonna say locked. There you go. As I said down here, this talks about all the things that work with MyQ right now. So Key by Amazon, this is how you would pair it. So if your customer sets up the MyQ app and they're attached, all they have to do is download the Key app and get that set up and then pair it by selecting this option in here. Vivint is new, alarm.com, Google Assistant, If This Then That, Xfinity Home, and all the way down to Honeywell. Worth taking a look at this. And then of course, If you go to device management here, this is where you would add the camera, smart camera down here, the smart lock, any of the devices simply, and it walks you step by step through the MyQ app. Very user-friendly. Once you've done it once, it just gets easier from there. I'll show you also real quick the Amazon Key app. It's very simple. There's not much going on here. What this does is it does tell me every time the door opens and closes. I like having this tell me that. The MyQ app also tells me, so you can turn this one off because it's just, like I said, it's just an extra, hey, something's going on. If I'm there, great, I know what it is. If I'm not there, like I was on vacation last week and I got the notification, it was my sister-in-law coming to use our treadmill while we were on vacation. Didn't know what was happening. Quick check with my significant other, and now I know what's going on at my home. What you're also going to see, so at the top, this is where the camera would be. There's not a lot to do. There's setup in here, household, accept an invitation. There's not much you have to do in here once it's initially set up. The only thing would be to open it up and see the camera, but I had to scroll down a ways to get to it, so I just screenshotted an image for you. This is what it looks like. So this was back from September 9th was my last in-garage delivery. It shows up right here so that you can go and see. And then if you click on it, this is the screen that you see. Amazon delivery opened at 11:27:28, closed at 11:28. So about 30 seconds on the dot. This is what was delivered. I can go and rate it. And it has the name of the person who delivered it. Contact customer service right there. Very easy, nothing to worry about. The last thing I want to show, and really the reason that I'm jumping to my phone here, is for the Yale locks, there's this really cool built app, easy to download, no sign up required, no login or anything. And if you just, like when you're doing your first installation of the lock, check this out because it walks you step by step. So here's the one, it's a Yale lock. LiftMaster doesn't have its own video quite yet. And you would just go here into the installation. It tells you what tools you need. It tells you what parts come with it. And
the
then
Yale Assure Lock SL comes with an adjustable latch, so it can be installed on a door that has a back set of two. And
I don't want to spend too much time listening to that. You can also do the registration on here. No, I'll finish later. You can write a review on here. You can save receipts. So it's a really nice tool. Definitely something you should check out. And I think so. I'm going to jump right back to the presentation here, but that was, I believe, my last slide. Does anybody have any questions at this time?
I do, yeah. Is the handle universal, or do you have to order it right or left?
It's universal.
Thanks, Nikki.
So
Perfect.
you can switch the handing from right or left in the field.
Yep, I haven't done that installation, so that's a good question. Good information I didn't know, so I appreciate it.
And as far as the camera motion activation, is it the camera that's easier or the wall button?
It's actually both. So there's motion activation in the camera. So if you have a camera set up, then you'll get you can set it up to give you notifications. Like for mine, it's when you're home, it doesn't give me notifications. When you're away, it gives me notifications. Otherwise, if I'm walking around my home, I'd be getting notifications all the time that there's motion. The wall button also has motion activation for the lighting.
Can you go back to the slide that shows the product layout for the openers?
Yeah.
And where the 85503 fits in?
Right here.
Awesome.
So this is the California lineup. I apologize if there's anyone here from outside of California, but these are the only operators still offered in California, and the 8500 even is not. So so I don't know why that's on there. But the 85503 is a lower price point. I think Cody mentioned like $8 less than the WLED, what they're offering it right now. And then it's a little bit higher price than the I-beam Rail 8580 WLB.
And is that the only model with a built-in camera currently?
Correct.
Do you think in the future you'll be able to control the camera with your app?
Possibly. I don't know how many people would want that. So that's really what it comes down to. But
Because I know when I installed one into a garage, there was an area where you couldn't see. And so if you could move the camera to that corner for a quick second or whatever,
yeah,
and
that is something I will say, that is one of the benefits of going with the standalone version, because you could, instead of mounting it on the actual motor, you could mount that up in, a corner that would span across the entire garage. So if you did have a 3 or 4 car garage, you would either need to have 2 85503s and 2 separate cameras, or possibly just one standalone camera in the corner to one side. Just a thought. Any other questions? Any other slides you want me to go back to?
I think I'm good here.
Great. If you have any follow-up questions, I will send any of the literature that came up on here digitally to Albert, and he's going to send that out. I'll get that over to him today. And if you have follow-up questions on any of these, please reach out. Feel free to reach out to myself, Scott Bonifert, or Nikki Solansky up in Washington. We're the local reps for SoCal and the Pacific Northwest. We're happy to talk further about applications, selling, installation. I really can't speak highly enough of these. I didn't think that I was going to be the home automation type of person, but I really do appreciate the convenience and the peace of mind that comes with it. So I do think some of your customers will agree with that as well.
All right. Well, I appreciate your time, Alex. You and your team have been great sharing all this information for us. And we appreciate all of you guys joining us today with multi-sales and our product training. We hope to bring more of these to you guys. We understand that it's a huge benefit, explaining all the products and how they can better service you and the customers. So we appreciate you coming in today, and just let us know if you've got any feedback for us. So we appreciate your time. Thank you.